when World War II finally came to an end. After the destruction of millions of lives, Hitler's Nazi empire had finally fallen. People believed that this was the end of the story, that those responsible for the horrors of war had been captured and brought to justice. But, what if I told you that wasn't true? What if I told you that some of the most dangerous criminals of that era, murderers, masterminds of genocide, never stood trial? What if I told you that they simply disappeared? These were people who should have faced execution, who should have been remembered as the darkest stains on human history. But that's not what happened. Instead, they escaped, protected, hidden. And the real question is, by whom? This wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't a lucky escape. This was a well-planned, carefully executed mission. A secret underground network was in motion. A network so organized, so efficient, that it managed to smuggle some of the world's worst war criminals right out of Europe. This operation had a code name, Operation Odessa. But what was this network? Who ran it? And most importantly, the secret plan to help Nazi war criminals escape. Those who should have been held accountable for their crimes were instead given a way out. Fake passports were created. Secret bank accounts were opened across different countries, hiding gold and stolen riches from the war. Millions, perhaps even billions of dollars, were transferred in silence, ensuring that these war criminals could assume new names, new identities, and new lives. And then, a destination was chosen for them. Yes, South America, a land whose forests, mountains, and cities still hold some of history's darkest secrets. A place that became nothing less than a paradise for war criminals. Buenos Aires, Santiago, Sao Paulo. In the shadows of these cities, these men were given a second chance at life. The same hands that had orchestrated mass murder now ran businesses, built new empires. They blended into society, walking among ordinary people as if nothing had ever happened. But one thing never left them: justice. Justice strikes back. Mossad's secret operation. As the years passed, these criminals began to believe they were truly free, that they had outrun justice forever. But they had underestimated those who were determined to bring them to justice. In 1960, the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad launched one of the most daring missions in history. It was a mission where failure meant these war criminals would be lost forever. But Mossad did not fail. Their first target, Adolf Eichmann. Adolf Eichmann, the man known as one of the architects of the Holocaust. The man who personally oversaw the deportation of millions of Jews to concentration camps. The world believed he had died after the war. But the truth was far more terrifying. Eichmann was alive. He was working under a false identity in a factory in Buenos Aires, but Mossad left him no escape. One mistake, and he would have disappeared forever. But the mission was executed with precision. Within days, Eichmann was on a plane, being transported to Israel, to face trial and, ultimately, his execution. But where did the others go? Eichmann was captured, but the rest? Josef Mengele, the infamous angel of death, became a doctor in Brazil. He lived peacefully, treating patients, as if his hands weren't stained with the blood of thousands. He enjoyed a quiet life, but his victims? They never found peace. And then, could Adolf Hitler himself have survived? It was a question that haunted historians, intelligence agencies, and Nazi hunters for decades. Evidence was found, clues emerged, but the full truth was never uncovered. What if I told you? They were never found. Some were caught, some faced justice, but many, they disappeared into the shadows of history. What if I told you that some of them might still be alive today? What if they never faced the consequences of their crimes? What if they continued their lives, under new identities, never once feeling remorse? History remembers those who fought for justice, but it also never forgets those who escaped it. This story isn't over. Perhaps, it is still unfolding.
Subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon * so you never miss an amazing story.